It's in the game.
What?
You wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame, you wanted me to come running when you called my name, you wanted something to train, girl, that you can keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. I'm born to howl at the moon. You know I need me some room for chasing me all night.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And we're off from MetLife. Fielded at the 7. And he crawls to the 15 before they stop him. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Dart starting with a pass here. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Drake Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Nate Hobbs in on that stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's go now.
3rd down now, here's Dart. Completed to his running back. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
They'll go. Here's Dart. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Ready, go.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Blue 32. Ready.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss. First play of the game. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Shotgun now for Love. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense.
And the Giants are on him, and he goes down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They're going to go. It's Love. Man downfield. He's got it. That's Dobbs. And this is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. All set now. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 13.
Working inside the red zone. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. So our first score of the game here is they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Wandale Robinson now to return this. And this drive will start inside the 25. First call here coming from the shotgun. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. The left side finds Johnson. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 18 tight. Dart gonna go for it on 4th. Got a man, and Neighbors has it. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. That big 4th down call is how we close out our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They've got a first to begin the fray. Dart gonna throw again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers got a considerable return on the interception. They're gonna take over inside the red zone. They're at the 15-yard line.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Well, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was a practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
On second down, Jacobs. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown.
Brendan McManus lining up for the extra
Well, he
point.
found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
On now is McManus to kick this away. He's going to field this at the 2. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Giants lining things up. First and 10. Back to work after throwing the pin. Has him on the quick hitter. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. We've set it down from 37.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing on first down. It's Dart. This is Cox. That's Slayton. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30.
It's a gain of
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
Giants first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Dart out of the shotgun. Hits his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 7 on the other side. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from MetLife Stadium on the other side.
27-yard line.
From the gun, here's Dart. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's another Giants first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standards they set for themselves.
It's Tracy on second down. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Here he goes, third and long. And got his man, touchdown, New York. The Giants making a one-score game before halftime.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. He could feel the swell of excitement whenever they take a deep shot. It's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Triple 30, set, Beetle blue. Black 40. Blue striker.
Love from the gun. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up second down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Black Ultra. Ready?
A second down throw here for Love. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Here we go, set. 60 red. Green gas. You, yellow. White. Ready.
Throwing his Love on third. It's Reed downfield, and he's got it. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. The Packers take their first time out. So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's 1st and 10.
Smash. 52 blue. Red. Cycle. Cut.
Throwing again. Love. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down. Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Blaster. Set.
Once more, it's Love. Gets it downfield, on target to Watson. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
First down.
Love now on 1st and 10. On target to Musgrave. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Ready. Set.
Sticking in the air, Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Left side into the hands of Dobbs. And he runs out of room before he can get to that marker. So now we're going to see what they decide to do, Brock, on this 4th and 1. McManus sends it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive. Paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
Here's Robinson with the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down.
Here we go.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Rashawn Gary with that tackle. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Gano ready to send this away. Fields this one at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Set. Ready. Yellow, 22.
Love out of the shotgun. Chased out to his right. Brought in by his back. It's Jacobs. Now this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Here we go. Ready?
Shotgun now for Love. That's caught Tucker Kraft. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing, and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Let's go. Hut.
Throw here, third down. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up fourth down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Offense in the hurry up here.
13 yards on the play. And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. Buys time, rolling right. And he'll go down here, covers up nicely after a gain of 7. Working quickly here.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
3 yards. And the Giants first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. The Packers are all over it. He goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
You know, we do enough of these games, Kate, and I am a big fan of creativity. And the QBs today are some of the best to ever do it. That's a situation where you got to know on 1st down, it's not time to be creative, especially if you feel the heat coming defensively. Just find a way to throw that sucker in the 1st row.
Let's go now. 18 Cotton.
Quick one to the outside by Dart. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
A gain of 7 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's 3rd and goal.
Ready, ready. 7 Pop. Come 19. Come back, Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcat. 60. Ready.
Back to throw, here's Dart. And he will score. Touchdown, New York. The Giants start the 2nd half with some needed points. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the 1st play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Here's Jacobs again on second down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7. This is the end of the third quarter. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Let's go. Black shot. Blue striker. Claws red. White. White. Blaster. 6. Hut. Hut.
Looking to throw. Lasers this one deep down the middle. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it. Knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
So now, Black 40. Red. Striker. Smash. Red. Ready.
Looking to throw. That's caught beyond the marker. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. One of their best play calls of this game so far, Brock. 17 yards on 4th down. That gets him the first. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Ready.
First down, Green Bay.
Red. 38. Hut.
Thrown on first down, Love. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Offense up to the line fast.
A loss of 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
There's Love to throw. Kraft has it. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
Back to throw it. Dumps it off. Jacobs. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. It's a gain of 22. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest game.
And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for the loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Set. Hut. 10 black. Steel. Black. Set.
To the air with Love. They did it! He made the interception! Picked up by Andrew Phillips.
The 2nd down pass.
That's just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go, set. 19, 18. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
A handoff to Tracy. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
The tackle by Quay Walker. Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants down by only 3. Back to the line they come, 2nd down.
70, Buffalo 18. Go.
Darts out of the shotgun. On the move, headed right. He can run it. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. Stop made at the 36.
As a quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. But a short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
10, 9, 6.
Looking to throw it. He finds Neighbors right side. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
They'll go. It's Tracy. And he'll get it up to the 44. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 2. And the Giants first down. 1st and 10.
Here he is to throw. And the floater falls to the deck. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
A give to Tracy up the middle. 2nd down run gets him 5. Now they've got 3rd down. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw. Completed to his running back. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain. Timeout calls, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Back to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here he is to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're up against it here on 4th down. This is outside of field goal range, so no choice but to go for it here. Desperation time here on 4th. Throw caught by his running back. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Setting up to pass. Hits his running back. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield and just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a 1st down.
Tracy on 1st and goal. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. So they call a timeout. So that is their final one. And with time left for maybe 2 plays, let's see what they do. Do they chance it or do they just kick it now? 2nd and goal coming up from the 7.
That's 19 Lions, 18, trap 60, traps, cut 19, cut 19, 18 Rattler, 70 Lions, 60 Bobcats, Buffalo 18, Mustang 19 tight, 19 tight. Check out.
From the gun, here's Dart. And he's got it! He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost no time left! Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants take a 4-point lead. Gano ready to send this away. This one winds up as a touchback, so they're going to have one final snap to work with.
At their own 20-yard line.
Officials signaling timeouts. We've got whistles. Time left for one snap. And while we all know the odds are low, it's not impossible that they find a way to score. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Drill green. Here we go, set. Stick, black. Next card, red. Needle, blue. Red, cycle. Hut, hut.
One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Giants come away with the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from New York.